We are now just 3 days away before I head off to Paris for the Summer Olympic Games. And one thing I've been seeing a lot on social media is predictions videos for the badminton tournament. So in this video, I'm going to present to you what I think will be happening in this summer's competition here in Paris. Who I think will win the tournament, who I think will flop at the tournament, who my dark horses are from all of the disciplines, and of course who I think will be collecting the medals at the end of this tournament. We'll start off with the mixed doubles. I think the flop of the tournament will be Kim Won-ho and Jong Na-eun. The reason why I think that is they don't look like they're in very good form when they last played. Also adding to the fact that they're in a very tough group. There was the world number ones, Chen Tang Jie and Hwang Ya-cheong, one of the most biggest favourites in this draw. They're with the French pair. The French pair can do damage. We've seen it before. We've seen it at the French Open before. And the French crowd, they'll really get behind this pair. And I wouldn't be too surprised if Kim Won-ho and Jong Na-eun was to get eliminated in the group stages here at the Paris Olympics. It's just very competitive. I would say that outside of Group C, Group A is the hardest to predict in terms of... It's not exactly the most hardest, but definitely I would say the most evenly balanced. Anybody can beat anybody. And Rinov Rivaldi and Pitya Mingdas Mentari, they can crop up at any time. Indonesia, you know, they're a sleeping giant in this sector. My dark horse, which is Ye Hongwei and Lee Jiaxing. Why I think this is because I think they're in a group of 3. They play one less game. Even though they are less experienced compared to their other compatriots in Group C, they're really unpredictable to play, and I think they'll be very fired up for this tournament. We've seen that Ye Hongwei and Lee Jiaxing, they can produce results on the World Tour, and considering they got the lowest of the seeded pairs, I think that will give them a lot of encouragement to go and do their very best, and without any pressure as well going into this tournament, can see them getting very good results. So on to the bronze medalists. I think that Techapol, Blavaranu, Sapsiri Tanachai, they'll be able to get the bronze medal in the mixed doubles. Experience, I think, will get them over the line. Maybe a bit of luck at certain situations with the draw, because in doubles they all do a redraw. Experience will get them to the line. I think they're technically very good. They can produce results when they need to, and they've proven it at the big tournaments as well. Not necessarily at the previous Olympics, but they've proven it at World Championship level. They were the world champion back in 2021. It's all down to luck, this, right? I think silver medalists, I think it'll go to Seo Sung-jae and Tae Yoo-jung. I think that the defending world champions, right? Seo Sung-jae, the man that became world champions twice in a day. You know, how not many people can do that, not just in the badminton world, but in the world of sport. But I think that Seo Sung-jae will be very mentally strong, very physically strong, playing 2 disciplines, I think makes him stronger. I'll be very disappointed if they don't get a medal from this. They're in the same group as Techapol and Sapsiri, right? And they're also in quite an easy group as well. They with the Nigerian pair, Robin Tabeling and Selena Pick. They're good, but they're not up there. With that, they can build a bit of momentum from the group, win the knockout stage, win the semi-final, but they will not win. They will lose out in the final. And how boring of me to say that Chen Tang Jie and Hwang Ya-cheong will be the gold medalists. No one can challenge them. They're just very good. Hwang Ya-cheong, they'll be very fired up from the previous Olympic. right, where they lost in the final to their teammates very unexpectedly. They won all of the tournaments, without all the matches without a problem in Tokyo. But ultimately, it didn't happen for them, and they'll be learning from that. And I think they'll be able to get that experience, knowing that once faltered, lightning don't struck twice. They won everything there is to win, but not that Olympic gold medal. And I think that this time, it will be their time to deliver that. Now, I think that Chen Tang Jie and Toh Ee Wei, they'll be able to get to the quarterfinal stage of the tournament, right? I don't think that necessarily they could go further. It's quite, I would say, quite satisfactory. The getting out of their group we'd expect them to get that, but it's also a little bit of luck, and I don't think that will come down to Chen Tang Jie and Toh Ee Wei. I hope I'm proven wrong, but they'll do well to get to the quarterfinal. They'll do okay to get to the quarterfinal. I won't be too disappointed with that. So now we move on to the women's doubles, and oh my days, this could get absolutely interesting. And I think that the flop of this tournament, I think it will be Mayu Matsumoto and Wakana Nagahara. Oh god, and this is the first bold prediction that I'm gonna go for in today's video. I think that there's just something about them that I think could see them crumble. I think, considering they're with a very, very difficult group, right? With Pearly and Thinaah, which I'll talk about that in a little bit as well. They got they got an Olympic champion, and they've got the two current world champions. Rahayu and Ramadanti played the last world championship final as well. A lot of people forget that. Yes, they're not on form, but I think that Rahayu can help her partner in the same way that you can see Huang Dongping, get them to the next level after getting the Olympic crown. You come back here, you want to prove it a little bit more. Polly took Rahayu with her to the Olympic champion. Rahayu's got that to prove. That's the next step for Rahayu. Right, dark horse of the tournament, I think a lot of people are overlooking this pair as well. Stoeva sisters, right? Stoeva sisters, at their prime, they can beat anybody. I remember that German Open final, from the back of my head, where they nearly beat Chen Chen and Chia Yifan. They can play some very, very good badminton. They've not been on the world tour much. Easier group than most. They're playing Yang Na Ting, Yang Pui Lam, and the Su twin sisters, and Liu Shengzhu and Tan Ning. Of course, the Chinese pair will be hard, but I reckon they'll be the one getting to the quarterfinal. The bronze medalists, this is again gonna shock many people. I think with Chen Chen and Chia Yifan, it will not be them winning the gold medal. They won't be winning the silver medal like they did the last time. There's certainly some grunts happening, because I think they've split up the pair as of Japan Open, or they're certainly trying out something new for Japan Open. And I think there's a reason why they are trying that. I think there's not much, I think they've reached the ceiling. Chen Chen and Chia Yifan, they've reached their ceiling. They could win the Olympic gold, don't get me wrong. China could step it up for this. Chen Chen, Chia Yifan, a lot of people are putting them for the gold. They're the world number ones. They're the defending world champions. They've got a lot to win. They've got a lot of hunger. Right? Don't necessarily think that they'll be able to bring it to the Paris Olympics. Otherwise, if they can keep on this dynasty, then why split the partnership? That's my biggest worry. Silver medalist, I think it will be Hannah and Lee So-hee. Lee So-hee will repair the damage that she did last year, or last time in Tokyo, where they lost to their country partner Kim Kyo-young and Kong Hee-young would to get that silver medal. Which brings me on to the gold medalist. I think that it will go to Liu Shengsu and Tan Ning. Putting it out there, right? Again, one might say it's an outside pick. But I think that Liu Shengsu and Tan Ning, this is their time, right? On form, on fire, frequently I won't say consistently beating Chen Tang Jie, Chia, but frequently at times can beat them. It's the youth, right? They will take that fire and they'll be able. They want to prove it to the world, right? They want to prove it to the world that they're out there to do it. You know, China, these kind of matches, you know, they go strong by. I think Liu Shengsu and Tan Ning, yes, they might not have that experience at that big stage, but I think that in this situation, I don't necessarily think easy group, right? Don't necessarily think that they will benefit. They'll get better and better as this tournament goes. And being in the easiest group, I would say, Group B, I think they can get the gold. And Pearly and Thinaah, unfortunately, this brings me on, and I hope I'm proven wrong on anything. I think it'll be a group stage exit. Group A is just not very, very lucky. They'll play some very, very tough matches, and hopefully they'll be able to win some tough matches. But I don't think they might have enough to get over the line. I think they could win one match, perhaps two, but I can also see a situation where pair A beats pair B and pair B beats pair C. Falter them in the long run, or maybe two matches in 3 games, right? And losing the match they've lost in straight. So it's not going to benefit them. I think that they'll find it hard to get out of the group, but it's not impossible. In the week, we've seen that several of our players have said we can break out of the group if we get the act together. The pairs that they are playing, they are suited to playing them. So I think that with that in mind, I think that Pearly Tan and Thinaah, they hope I'm proven wrong. I jinx. So on to the men's doubles. I think a very, very competitive discipline. Obviously, we got Group D in there. D literally stands for death. A group of 5 consisting of the number 2 seed Liu Yichen, Oh Xuanyi, Li Yang, Wang Qiling, and Goki and Kobayashi, and spare a thought for Joshua Chu and Vincent Yuan, okay, and the American pair. And we also got Aaron Chia in there, throw with Saira Trankiredi and Chirac Shetty, Kang Ming-hyuk, Seo Seung-jae, and Liang Wei-geng and Wang Tang. Outsiders call Ben Lin and Sean Wendy, Commonwealth silver medalists. We got Fajri, also Popov brothers, they could do something. And I think that the flop ultimately has to go down to Kim Astrup and underscore Rasmussen. I was listening to Anders Hansensen's podcast, I'll be honest. I was listening to them and they said they worked really hard on trying to get the number 2 seed, only to get a group of 5. Not their fault. Dark horse, you'll be wrong with me to say that Crystal Popov and Thomas Junior Popov, one of the French pairs, they could go far. They've got an easier group, right? Yes, they got the defending world champions, Kang Ming-hyuk and Seo Seung-jae. But I think Crystal Popov and Thomas Junior Popov, out of all the pairs who you could say outperformed, right, dark horse to win the whole thing, you've got to bring it to them, because they'll use the French advantage. The French fans are normally some of the best in Europe, badminton fans in Europe, and it's an Olympic and it's their home tournament, and they'll want to perform well, and I think they'll be able to get that, the French pair. The bronze medalists, I think, will go to Liang Weikeng and Wang Chang. I don't think they'll be able to win the gold medal. I think similar reasons to why the World Championships, I think they'll have, I'd say, a lot of pressure. No doubt. But we've seen that they've got their own struggle, right? We've seen that they are capable of a struggle. We've seen that at the Asian game, you know, they got knocked out. I think in round of 16, granted their group is not very, very easy to get to their tournament bracket was not easy, right? This time they played Chia, a pair that they lost to the last time they played in the Thomas Cup. And I think I'll hurt them. I think they'll be able to get... I think they'll be good enough for a medal. I don't think it will be the gold, though. In the silver position, I think it will be go to Kang Min-hyuk and SOH Jie. I think Kang Min-hyuk and SOH Jie... Yeah, I think... Yeah, you come from 2 gold last year in the World Championships to finishing 2 silver medals. Goodness me. That's not gonna work very well. I think Kang Min-hyuk is today, but I think they'll be proud. You know, it's two medals. They are in the easier group. Easy to get a little bit of momentum. Easy to get some traction in this tournament. And when they do, you'll really, really see it. I think when they do get a bit of traction, you're gonna like to see it. I think they'll get to a final. I think they'll get to a final, and they'll take the silver medal. Which brings me on to the gold medal. I think with Thailand and Nankiredi, Shirak will be absolutely crazy. We see an Indian men's double win the gold medal, but it's certainly not out of the question. I think the Indian powers, I think they're very, 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 very good. They're in form, right? Yes, they've been struggling with injuries, but sometimes that can be a good thing before the Olympics. Get that, you know, niggles and wiggles out of the way. They didn't play Singapore Open, and I think they lost early on in the Indonesia Open. But I can see it coming. I can see it coming that I can see them. They won the Asian Games gold medal. I think that they'll be able to take the men's doubles gold. I think that they'll be able to take the men's doubles gold. It'll be absolutely crazy to see it, but I can see it right now. Satwik and Chia, they'll be able to use that experience variation game, get the gold medal for India. I think that'll be amazing. We'll do very, very well. It'll be very, very promising for Indian badminton. Very, very good for in the development of the game. And I think Chia, they'll be able to get to a semi-final. I didn't list them as one of the medalists, you know, being a medalist from last time. I hope, again, I'm proven wrong. They'll be able to get a medal, but I think Chia, given their form of late, it'll be it'll be hard to get over that plateau. Hopefully they can, you know, get better and better as the tournament goes, right? And with that will come a little bit of, you know, knowledge. I think experience of being there will help them get to that stage. Will they be able to beat Liang Weikeng and Wang Chang? If they do get in the final, they might beat one of the two silver medalists, the silver and gold that I predicted earlier. I don't think that will happen. I think it will be reminiscent of the 2016 Olympic, where we beat the Chinese pair in the group. We didn't beat them ultimately when it absolutely mattered. I think that Chia will lose in the bronze final, but they'll do Malaysia proud to get to another semi-final at that level is not bad. I think it's not bad. I think they'll do well to get to that level. In medal contention is the expectation, but falling just short of that, it isn't going to be too bad either. Apologies for that, but I didn't anticipate the video would take as long as it did, the predictions video. I thought it would take around like 15 minutes to do all 5 predictions, but ultimately it took a lot more longer than it did. So I think we're going to split this predictions video up into 2 parts. We're going to do doubles today and we're going to do the singles tomorrow. But if you did enjoy part 1, then do like, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel as we get closer and closer to the Olympic Games. We're gonna have lots of content for you guys during this time, from 26th of July all the way up to the 11th of August, including all 5 finals of the badminton competition. But until then, see you on another video before the Olympics.